Hello everyone, welcome to video number 2. This is Dr. Pierce, and I've been getting a lot of emails and calls with people requesting some tips and tricks on how to set up their home office, as I know a lot of you are working from home, and oftentimes you don't have the nice fancy desk you had at work. So I'm going to give you some good tips and tricks. Starting with the first and foremost, the first step is to make sure that you're fit to the chair first. Now, what this means is that with your feet flat on the ground, you're going to follow the 90-90-90 rule. 90 degrees, 90 degrees, 90 degrees. This means with the feet flat on the ground, knees are at 90 degrees, hips are at 90 degrees, and your elbows are at 90 degrees. If these angles are different, it's going to create knee pain or maybe binding the hips, or it's going to create some shoulder and neck tension. So remember that first. Get yourself into your chair, scoot your bum all the way to the back of the chair with your feet flat on the ground. Then see if you can adjust to the chair with the height or the seat pan to get yourself to the 90-90-90 rule. Again, that's 90 degrees at the knees, 90 degrees at the hips, and 90 degrees at the elbows. If you can't do this, you might want to see if you can fit a footrest under your feet if the chair is too tall. If the chair is too low, we'll adjust the desk in a minute. All right, so that's the first rule. Remember, it always starts with the chair. Don't even think about the desk yet. Just get yourself in the chair first. Feet flat on the ground, 90-90-90. Now, the next step is once you get that settled, you get yourself a nice office chair. This is how you want to orient it to the desk. So you've got yourself at your 90-90-90. Now remember, sometimes those office chairs or desks, or if you're at home, you're on like a dinner chair, you can't get your elbows to 90 degrees because the armrests are fixed. If you do have an office chair, I recommend unbolting or unscrewing, physically removing the armrests. That way your shoulders aren't going to be pushed up by an armrest that's too tall. What that'll do is actually give you a strained neck. So literally unbolt or remove the armrests, let your arms hang low and let them achieve a 90-degree angle at the elbow there. You also notice that the elbow is right below the shoulder, below the ear. This line should be straight. Right here should be straight. If the arms come forward, you're going to reach for your laptop or your keyboard and your head's going to follow and strain your neck. So everything should be in a nice straight line, right there. Elbows centered right under your shoulders. Then at 90 degrees, you're going to reach for the keyboard. Now, the desk height is the next thing you want to check. You've got your chair, you've got your 90-90-90, and you've approximated yourself towards your desk. In this position, the keyboard should fall right under your hands. That's the proper height for the desk. Now remember, it starts with the chair, so you want to set your chair height first, then bring you and your chair into the desk. If the desk is too tall, you're going to have to lower the desk, if that's possible. If it's wood, you can cut the legs off. If the desk is too short, you can wedge some 2x4s under there to get the desk higher. Remember, you want to orient the desk to you in the chair, not the other way around. At home, if that's not possible, you can use the dining room or kitchen table. Those are some ways you can kind of scoot yourself up to a table to get yourself some work done. Now the next step, after you've got yourself oriented to your chair and now oriented to the height of your desk, you want to set the monitor, the center of the monitor, at eye level. If the monitor is too low, you'll be looking down, straining your neck. If the monitor is too high, you'll be straining your neck looking up for it. So, center of the monitor at eye level. This is going to be hard to do because a lot of monitor stands are just not that tall. So you're going to have to find 2, 3, 4 phone books, a box, 3 or 4 big books. Some desks even come with a monitor stand that you can elevate the monitor on. You can also buy these. I drew a little picture here. This is a monitor stand. You can buy this on eBay or buy it on Amazon. They'll deliver it to your house. They're 20 bucks. And that's a good way to get your monitor up a good 6, 8, sometimes even 10 inches. But that's going to really save your back and neck. Here's a picture of the footrest. I drew this in here because if you're a person where your legs just don't hit the ground and the chair is as low as it'll go, you need to buy a footrest. And again, you can order this on Amazon or eBay. They'll deliver it to your house, 20 bucks. If you don't have one, use a box of diapers, box of bread, box of toilet paper, if you've got any. But the idea is to keep your feet flat. If your feet are hanging off the chair, you're going to end up sitting on your legs or sitting on your knee to get yourself in the proper position. Okay, those are the basic points of how to set up an ergonomic office. Let's review them one more time. Seat bum all the way to the back of the chair. Knees at 90 degrees, hips at 90 degrees, elbows at 90 degrees right under your shoulders. Arms straight ahead, resting right on the keyboard. Now, if the desk height is too high, you can install a keyboard tray that will slide out under here that will put your arms at the proper height. A lot of people I talk to have their keyboard and their mouse on the work surface of the desk, which is fine as long as that's at the height where it's 90 degrees here. If it's not, drop it down and install a sliding keyboard tray. Again, those are 20 bucks. It's an easy kit. You can get them online. Now, at home, you're going to be at the kitchen table or the dining room table, which is fantastic. Most likely, you're not going to be on a desktop computer. You're going to be on a laptop. Laptops are terrible, but in this scenario, when you're working at home, we can make them work. There's something you can buy on Amazon called the laptop cradle or a laptop pad. And it's just a $20 piece of plastic, kind of like this monitor stand, that you can set your laptop on. It's got a little tilt to it so you can actually type on the laptop and it gets the whole laptop up. I would buy one of those things if you're going to work at home. Another even better scenario would buy a Bluetooth or wireless keyboard or even an external monitor. That way you can put the laptop here, but look at the monitor up there. Now, if you're in an apartment and you don't have a whole, living room, dining room, or kitchen area to set up a home desk, you're on your laptop, that's fine. Use the bar. A lot of apartments have a bar height countertop, which is fantastic because you can use that in a standing position. Standing is even better than sitting down. That brings me to another point. If you do have a stand-up desk at home, the same rules apply. All you gotta do is just from this position, stand. And the whole height here goes up to the standing height. Monitor is still at eye level. 90-90 rule still applies here. Obviously not the knees because you're standing, but that's the best way to get yourself in a standing ergonomic position. Another good point I want to mention is to make sure you have your workstation directly in front of you. I can't tell you how many patients I talk to who have the keyboard here, but the monitor is off to the side. They'll strain their neck. Or the keyboard is off to the side, but the monitor is over here. Or they've got 2, maybe even 3 monitors, but they're all off to the side, and that's going to strain your neck. Or they've got 2 or 3 monitors that are behind or back here, and they're way too far away, and they end up going like this, looking way forward to kind of strain to see those monitors. All that's got to be redone, and you want to achieve this scenario here. Let's talk about some more tips too. If you're at home, again, try and stay away from working on your bed or on the couch. Those scenarios are just going to end up straining your back and neck. Get yourself over to the kitchen table or the dining room table. If you're in an apartment, use the bar countertop. Or even if you have a bar countertop at home, I recommend switching from the tabletop to the bar height. That way you can go from sitting to standing every 30 minutes. Or if you've got a garage, use the garage workbench. That's a great scenario. Come out there, use that. Card table, a kid's table, anything you've got that can set up a table so you're not in your bed or on the couch or on the floor. Here's another couple things to work on when you're at home. Remember to take water breaks. That gets you out of the seated position and out to the bathroom and gets you up and moving. Refocus your eyes. Take breaks every 30 minutes. Set your watch or your phone to go off every 30 minutes and get up and take a break. Use your Swiss ball or your exercise ball. You can sit and bounce on that thing while you work. Every email you send, do a squat. Take all your phone calls standing up. And those are some good tips that should help you. And remember, if you've got any questions, please email me or text me or send me a picture of your workstation. I'll be happy to give you some tips and tricks for that. Otherwise, stay tuned. And I did want to let everyone know that as of today is Friday, March 27th, the office is still closed, and I'm planning on remaining closed probably for the next 30 days, only because I think that's the most safest way to protect both you and I, and we'll see what happens. If anything changes and I open up sooner than that, you bet I'll let you guys know. Otherwise, this video